Hey guys, it's Dag and it's Peep. We're actually live as we can be.
Some of us are. I'm
Yeah,
not sure
so
you are.
well, yeah, I don't know. I'm having a Monday on a Wednesday. What can I say? It is Wednesday, which means it is time for Star Wars: The Old Republic story time, and we are going to be continuing our questing of the storyline questing in Alderaan today, and Peeps said just a couple of seconds ago that shit's going to go down. So we're pretty much finishing up the Alderaan questing today, I think. I'm pretty sure. So
As
it
long
ought to
as
be.
you're not diseased.
Well, yeah. So I'm no longer diseased. I just walked up. I had the Vicryl or the what is it? The var. I can't pronounce. I cannot word today. It is not helping. Rockrol. Well, I had the
Rack
virus. Rycol.
ghoul. Rack ghoul.
Rockdual.
No, no,
Okay.
no. The word is ghoul, like ghost or
Yeah,
boogeyman.
ghoul.
Ghoul.
Rakghoul.
Rack
Rakghoul.
ghoul. Rack
Rakghoul.
ghoul.
Okay, Rakghoul.
No,
So,
just rack ghoul. Rack
Rakghoul.
ghoul. It's two syllables
Yes, I
with
said
a
that.
hard K
Rakghoul.
in the middle. You
What?
said ragu, like you're ragu, like you're talking about
Hey,
spaghetti
I'm
sauce.
Italian. It's
And
supposed to be ragu. Come on
we
now.
should call them ragu from now on. We'll just
That's it. It's
the ragu
ragu.
plague. It's the ragu plague.
That's it. Too
It's the
many
ragu
Italians.
now.
That's the plagues, man. So I got a bunch of stuff here. Season Galactic
It's the
rewards. Cool.
ragu plague.
It's the
I'm
ragu
gonna
plague.
I'm gonna
Uh,
say it that way from now on.
last time I
Do
was
you have
on
the
with
ragu virus?
yeah, I got a shot for that now, so I don't have to worry about it. But when I first logged in, my character was like bright green and barfing every couple of seconds. So it's like I had to run over here to the fleet in order to eliminate that problem and not infect our fearless leader Peep here. So I think we're good. Let me see. I might want to get rid of some stuff in my bag.
Testing plague.
Oh, I don't think I need to.
I will turn you in to the imps.
You'll do which?
I'll turn you in and they'll destroy you.
Ah!
They don't do that. Hospitalize people with ragu plague, wussy stuff that the Alliance does.
Oh no. I get that. I'm fine with that. I no longer have it, so you don't have to worry about turning me in or anything.
You don't have to put me down. I'm
That's it.
fine.
Shoot him in the head. So put him out of his fucking misery. That's
Just
kind of
disintegrate.
how I feel today. Trust me. So the story is that
no disintegration.
the story is that friends of ours across the street are going on a cruise, and so we all got together. Several of the neighbors, we get together for any excuse to throw a couple of shots down. And so anyway, we went over there last night, and we didn't leave for a few hours. So I was a little worse for warned this morning getting up, and it's like the first thing that wifey and I do is we hit the trail and actually walk 3.5 miles every morning. And yeah, I was a little worse for warned. So anyway, I'm doing okay now, but I'm just not. My brain has not caught up with what's going on. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll get there eventually, I suppose. But so today's holiday, because people actually ask me what the holiday is. Today's holiday is Avocado Day. So hopefully you live in a household where the person who does the most amount of cooking in the house doesn't or likes avocados. Because in our household, avocados do not cross the threshold into the house because wifey does not like them. It's a consistency thing. So for whatever reason, I guess she got held down and had an avocado shoved down her throat or something, or smashed on her face. I don't know, whatever the situation is, but she just like, no, I'm not doing avocados ever. So
And Avocado robbed her at gunpoint. Didn't
That's
she ever
it.
tell you?
Yes, it was a masked Cado. What can I say? But the avocado is today. They are expensive thing to pick up. They are an actual fruit. They're not a vegetable, believe it or not. And the reason
think-
that I'm not going to explain why they're
Everything's
fruit
a fruit. Nothing is a vegetable. No berries are actually berries. Reality just isn't what we think it is. It's
Yeah,
fine.
so yeah. Anyway, for that particular fruit, they are all hand picked. You can't pick them with a machine. They haven't been able to come up with one that doesn't bruise the fruit when they pick it. So that's why they're expensive. And hopefully,
It's a really high
climate.
maintenance fruit too. It's like what?
Oh yeah,
I-
yeah. You got to treat them well and talk to them and caress them
You
and do
do
all
the,
that stuff.
you
and
do one thing wrong, just one thing. You look at them wrong, and they're like, "That's it. I'm off.
I'm going black. That's
I'm going off.
I'm going
There's
black
no
and I'm
way
not
I'm
coming
putting up
back.
with this
It's like,
treatment.
yeah. All right, enough of this silliness. Let's go kill some shit. What do you think?
Yes, let's go to our tab. Let's go to our activities panel by pressing
Okay,
Control G.
activities. Oh, that's up here. I think. And
Or you can just press Control G.
oh, I can keep forgetting Control G. One of these days, I'm going to remember this. Activities, solo, and we're going to Alderaan, and we're going to travel,
Yeah.
and then we can get rid of that particular quest afterwards. See, I am trainable.
You remember.
I remembered, yes.
You have free travel.
I didn't remember the Control G part, but yeah, I remembered that we can travel this way, and then we can get rid of the quest once we get there. And let's see, that's the weekly.
Oh,
so-
Elton John is 100. Elton John is 34 years clean and sober today. By the way,
good for Elton. Yeah.
yay! He got his coin, his Alcoholics Anonymous
That's
token,
cool.
his little coin.
He is
Roman
one of the,
numerals on it. 34.
he is one of the
Dude.
characters that I would love to see at some point, but we've not been able to manage to get out to see him yet. So
Yeah,
maybe
me neither.
before he retires for the third or fourth time, we'll be able to go see him.
Yeah, I think he might be serious this time. I think he wants to sit around in his garden. But
Yeah,
anyway,
all right.
that just kind of flipped up
screen
in
just
my
went-
Facebook feed as I was
My screen went
just
pooey
pushing around
because I touched
doing
something.
settings. Uh-oh,
I gotta
your
stop touching
screen went
things.
pooey.
Yeah, well, I got a bunch of other stuff on my screen. It's like, yep, no, okay. So let's see. We got to go to House Full. Is that what we got going first here?
Well, I need to go to House Cortez, and you need to. Do you need to go to House Thul?
I got the House
Look on my map.
to House Gerard thing. That's what I've got. Return.
Oh, we're not
Kingmaker.
grouped, so that's why I can't see your
Oh yeah.
quests. I'm grouping with you, even though you have a terrible plague.
No, I don't have the plague anymore. I took my medicine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm no longer that way.
Bounty
There's a couple of
hunters.
slashing things on there. Those are yours.
Yeah, so they're yours is like a slightly. We're in a weird position here because mine is on the left and yours is on the right. We're pretty much dead center, so we should probably just decide. So
You got
you
a
want to go
coin?
to yours? Let's just go to yours. We're here.
I was going to
Just
say
go
we did
this
yours
way and then
last time.
we'll
so
Well, we'll just circle around and do it the other way. We'll get it done. I don't know
we
if
always
you
do yours.
remember if you've got anything at House Cortez at all. I don't remember.
It might be after this. After I finish this.
Yeah,
one.
maybe.
Might send
Maybe
me over
so.
there.
I do not know. I do not know. Man, it is really hard to get your arm back from a 20-pound cat who insists on hugging it.
Yeah. That sounds like Buzz.
Kitty,
He's
I need
sort
my
of like
arm.
that.
he says no.
Buzz is
Don't
like,
need your
yes, I'm going to confiscate your leg. And I don't care if it's dead when I'm done.
I'm confiscating this leg in the name of cats.
Oh, and it immediately went to a cutscene, so hopefully you're seeing this. Well,
I
Nice.
am not seeing anything.
It's black. Now, there we go. Now I'm
Uh-oh.
in. Okay. I gotta talk to this guy, apparently.
Ah,
Vice
here we
Baron.
go.
Hello, Rafid.
You're accusing me. If anyone is...
Gentlemen, compose yourselves. Our esteemed guest has returned.
We are busy, bounty hunter, and as you can
Little
see,
dudes.
Baron Zakar is otherwise indisposed.
Yeah.
My nephew's last act was preparing a sum of credits. I can only assume they're yours.
Yeah. So the guy's indisposed on the ground, dead. That's pretty indisposed, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Usually means he's in the restroom,
Uncle
guys.
Baron,
Just so
yeah.
we're clear.
My nephew was done in by a poisoned glass of wine. Obviously, his overambitious progeny's doing.
I'm ambitious now? Why, Uncle? Stooping to compliments, to slander me.
The Baron has no further need of your services. I have to assume the burden of managing my nephew's estate.
As the Baron's only son, I have first claim to succession, hater.
Your claim was forfeit the moment you killed your father. As regent, the title passes to me.
Oops.
Actually, Father, the Baron passed his authority to our advocate. Legally, the bounty hunter could name the new head of House Gerard.
Yeah. I think he should be. What do you think?
The Empire. Just take it over
I
and
took
kick
a
him out.
contract to destroy this house. All you did was start without me.
Kapoo, kapow.
3 heads and 1.
Well, there you go. You know,
Yeah.
I'm
So I
getting
gotta check
paid or
this.
I'm getting paid. I don't know which one it is, but it's gonna be one of them.
No, I got paid. I'm done with these guys now. So, and I didn't get anything
Boom.
else out of that. So that
Here's
was the end of that.
You write the will.
Oh,
I'll
that's
forge the
awesome. Let's
signature.
see what else is up. Where's your next deal?
My next deal says return to your hangar on Alderaan.
Ooh, okay. Well, I've got to go to House Cortez.
All right, we'll go to House
Let's-
Cortez. We'll go
Let's ride on over there.
hop on and ride.
Get on your Pontiac and ride. I never understood that because you don't get on the Pontiac, you get in the Pontiac. That's a really old advertising thing, by the way. When I was a teenager,
I remember those.
I did not have a car. But
we
then
had a Pontiac.
when I was 20, I had a Pontiac. It was my second car. I had a Volvo first, and then I was a dumb kid and I couldn't make the payments, so I had to get rid of it. But my next car was like my dad just went out and threw $500 down or something and got me a Pontiac Catalina Safari Cruiser.
Ooh, I remember
Edition
those.
wagon. It was burgundy, colored upholstery on the inside,
Ew.
and it had the fake paneling on the
Yeah.
outside. It was amazing. I love that car so much. It took me to gaming conventions for a good 10 years, I think. And I mean, it was already an old car by the time my dad bought it, but he kind of fixed it up for me, and yeah, it was fabulous. And if I could ever have a Pontiac Catalina Safari Cruiser again, I don't know if I'd be able to turn it down, even with gas as expensive as it is, you know?
So we had a Cadillac Bonneville, and
Ooh.
one of the ones with the. So it was kind of a baby shit brown
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
with the. You know how they used to put the vinyl roof on it? So it had a vinyl top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So vinyl covering that was kind of an off-white cream color.
So, like, it was a convertible, or?
No, it was not. It was a hard top.
Oh,
but-
you're just. I remember now. Yeah, I know. what
yeah.
you're
They
talking
used
about
to-
now, yeah.
Sometimes they did like a half, or like they did
Yeah.
the band, like the rear half of the roof was covered with the material, and then sometimes they did the entire top. So
Oh,
ours was the entire top was covered, and that thing. I remember we actually drove all the way back east for it to go to Tennessee on a vacation. Why Tennessee? Because my mom was born there.
Ah.
So we went to Tennessee, and on our way, we had to go through the Bonneville Salt Flats. And so I have pictures of me standing next to this Pontiac Bonneville, in the Bonneville Salt Flats. And yeah, that was fun. I forget how fast we got the car up to, but
We gotta deal with all these morons here.
Part of your quest to kill these guys? Okay.
No, they just ran because we ran past them and we didn't kill them like one at a time because I just wanted to see if we could outrun them.
I guess still
But
got
we
people.
couldn't.
Oh, you got the other guy that was shooting at me. Thank you.
Yeah, I got it.
Now I'm kind
Alright.
of like nervous every time I see green goo come out of this repair bot that's circling me. It's like, oh shit, not again.
You must not have the Wacko plague. Not allowed. The Ragu plague.
The Ragu plague. The Chef Boyardee plague.
Alright, let's go get on the mic and talk to these ridiculous underlings. We've just about had enough. Reach the Cortez Palace defenses. Find Baron Payar Cortez and murder him. No, it doesn't say that.
Oh, I could do that. I'll give him the virus.
Then he'll turn into a Rackle and he won't know that he's being murdered because he'll lose his mind. They're like space
So what
zombies.
happens with your character if you let the Rackle virus just continue on?
You just die eventually and then you respawn
When you
somewhere.
res, you... Okay. You no longer have the virus, is that it?
Don't remember. I don't know. It's been a while since I've been infected with it, so
Yeah, that kind of
don't know.
that kind of surprised me.
I could have
didn't-
turned into a Rackle and just murdered a whole bunch of people and not even realized.
I forgot you got Bug Boy over there doing stuff.
Bug boy. Bug boy. Kitty, stop. Kitty keeps opening the map. He's laying his head on my hand and squishing the map button that I have key mapped on my thing.
Oh yeah. Your cat
Oh.
wants to dictate where you're
He
headed.
wants to look at the map. He's like, go over here. It's not the door, Kitty.
Ooh.
Kaboom. Alright. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Go get him, bud. Boop.
Yeah, I turned the music back on because I figured out that the John Williams stuff only plays during like the initial character creation stuff.
Yeah,
So-
that's true.
Yeah, so I don't have to worry about all the others. Well, I don't know. We'll see whether I get violated
What
by
have you done?
YouTube again.
Well, that's
I
what I was
believe you.
worried. That's what I was
As
wondering
an
about.
enemy of the Empire, you have brought vermin into my house.
Yes, I'm a
swear,
vermin.
I only wanted to protect us.
Silence!
Ooh, spousal abuse.
No,
That
he
ain't
hit her.
nice. Okay,
She's
he's
not a
gotta
nice
go.
person, but you
Yes.
shouldn't hit her anyway. You're not
I
allowed.
bow my head in surrender, and I apologize for what's become of Cortez.
Can I just like off him now? Is that okay?
It's too late for apologies, Baron.
Nonetheless, I know what is required.
Our reinforcements have arrived. We will attack on your signal.
I knew nothing of my wife's conspiracy. She only confessed once the house defenses were down. But I will make amends.
Peep looks really impatient and
Now,
like at
Captain.
the end of her rope, doesn't she?
Oh, I wanted to do that. Her skirt flies up in the back.
That's all right. We're gonna.
Your wife may be dead, but she was part of your house. Vector, Tell the Killicks to attack.
Excellent. The nest is pleased. These rooms are perfect for egg chambers and membrosia pools. The family can become joiners.
Damn
Yay!
you! Damn all of you! House Cortez will have revenge.
No, you won't.
The Baron and attack.
No, the house is like pretty much gone.
Your house is down, dude. Goodbye. All right, go this way. Who am I talking to? Speak to the Killick Hive founder. Where is he? Oh, there he is. Or she. I don't know.
Ew.
The hive is
Burber.
secure. The injured will be tended to and transformed. The dead will feed the larvae.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer family.
They will become valued members of the nest. Now, we'd like to bring this mission to a close. With your permission, we'll upload House Cortez's data to Imperial Intelligence.
And there goes. Bug Boy to the rescue.
Bug boy.
This is Keeper to Cipher 9. I'm receiving your
Hello.
transmission. Watchers are reviewing the Cortez logs now. It looks like
Thanks,
you've wrapped
boss.
up the terrorist financing situation. Congratulations.
I'm proud to be of service, sir.
Preliminary analysis suggests the Eagle's terror network will run low on funds within weeks. The cells will look for alternative credit sources, of course. Let's not give them the chance to find any.
That should wrap things up.
Excellent. Now I have news for you, both of you. I contacted Vector's superiors in the diplomatic service, and we've reached an agreement.
Sir?
Your requisition has been made permanent. You've been officially transferred to Imperial Intelligence. Cipher 9, from now on, Vector Hellis will act as a covert assault agent under your command. Understood?
Understood. Welcome aboard, Vector.
We'll do our best to live up to expectations.
Once you're through on Alderaan, return to your ship for debriefing. Watcher 2 should have updates ready for you. In the meantime, instruct Vector as you see fit. I expect he'll require additional training.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
she's
Vector
ready to
and I
train
will
him.
make a good team.
Good. Stay alert,
He's
Cipher.
gonna be making my
Keep her up.
breakfast. I don't want
The
any
nest is
bug
pleased
juice.
with the Empire and encourages this opportunity. We remain Dawn Herald, but we will travel at your side.
I'm glad the nest approves. I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, our nest song will harmonize with the Empire.
It'll be
for
nice to
many
have
years
somebody
come.
that can cook. Kaleo's crap in the kitchen.
Oh, you gotta
Alright,
talk to
so
someone else? Oh, I've got someone.
I gotta go and use my ship terminal, so I think we're both.
There's a daily. Oh, you didn't get rid of the daily.
Yeah, I will. I just
Okay.
didn't.
I was gonna say we still have it. It was showing up on my
I do.
map. I'm going, wait a second.
Yeah, no, I did it. We gotta go to our hangars, basically.
Yep. Yep.
Yep. Hangar. I'm gonna take the taxi. Really watching Sesame Street. Spaceport taxi is what
Is
we
it
want.
House Thule
You weren't
taxi?
really watching. Spaceport taxi.
Spaceports. Looking for spaceport. Oh, there it is. Got
It's
it.
the next one over. Yeah. You were probably above Sesame Street age when it was those little aliens were doing that. Yip.
Yes.
Thing.
Although, yeah.
You're
I was
not
old.
really. You didn't do Sesame Street as a kid, huh? You had
No,
some
I
other
was.
kind
I
of
was
deal.
old. Yeah, I think I was high school.
Yeah.
I was
You
definitely.
couldn't have been
in-
like a Howdy Doody kid. That's way too old.
No,
right?
I was like Captain Kangaroo and.
Oh, I remember Captain Kangaroo. We still had
Romper
him.
Room. Yeah.
No, I don't remember Romper Room.
Romper Room. Romper Room might have been like a local one. I don't know.
I've heard of it, but I don't think I watched it. I had Mr. Rogers. And
I remember watching Mr. Rogers. That was a good one.
Sesame Street, which is in Germany, they call it Sesamstrasse, which
Yeah.
I don't know why that amuses me, but it does. So. That's your bounty hunter.
Yes.
Nunder.
And going to the
I think I
hangar.
can go in and watch. I'm not sure because you're in the hangar, so I think I can watch.
Were you
this
able
one.
to come in?
I'm coming. Oh.
Rist sent someone to see you off. I hope she's packing a paycheck instead of a
Yeah.
vibroblade.
The Gerards are dead. You have my pay?
Of course. House Rist sends their thanks for your assistance in this matter.
Pretty sure it'll just
It is
do.
unfortunate that
If
our
I can do a
individual
spectator,
arrangements
it'll
had us
do
at
it when
odds
you get
earlier,
over there.
But that's simply the nature of our business. My master
Did your
wishes
scene
to
start?
ensure that there's no
Oh, yeah,
ill will
it's going.
left between us.
Okay, I can't see it.
Okay.
It didn't. It didn't
yeah,
offer me a spectator mode.
Yeah, sorry about that. Says
No.
so I've got the gal, the wrist messenger just gave me money. It says my master wishes to ensure that there is no ill will left between us.
Steer
Okay,
clear
just
of
stay on
me,
my way.
and you won't have any problems.
That is acceptable. House Rist will no longer interfere with your affairs. News Taro Blood will not take graciously, I'm sure. He fronted a considerable sum to ensure his rivals were dealt with. I imagine he'll threaten some reprisal, but I think we both know what Taro Blood's word is worth.
They really were kind of a cluster, weren't they?
Yeah. The whole planet's a cluster. Come on. Everybody's like, yeah, no, we're the rightful rulers. No, you're not. You're all a bunch of idiots.
That's the thing about nobles and monarchy and leaders, families of any kind. Is...
You're going to go to yours, I guess?
Yep, I just gotta. My next scene is on my ship, so let me go
yeah,
get
same
that.
with me. I got to go to the hologram and go talk to the
They're
hologram.
just gonna say, welcome, Vector. Now it's time for you guys to go to whatever we're going to next, which I can't remember. Tatooine? We've already been to Tatooine.
No.
Where are we going
Starts with
next?
a C. Kathmandu, Dewey, something like that.
Kathmandu starts with a K.
Yeah, I know that does, but I was looking it up before. I've got it on a browser. Let's see. Let's see if I can find it on my browser real quick.
I'm gonna open my holo terminal and see what the boss has to say.
Belsavis?
Belsavis, yeah, Belsavis, the prison
Belsavis
planet.
is next. Okay. So we'll go there, I guess.
They located the Eagle.
As soon as
the Eagle has abandoned his own base, but it's... anyway, they know where he is. He's on Hutta. Oh, I have to go to Hutta.
Paint to your quarters. Same color, of course, only fresher.
Travel to the Nexus Cantina on Droman Kos. Is that yours or mine?
I don't know.
Season
I have
5. Oh, that's Galactic Season thing.
I have to go to Hutta.
Incoming.
The Durasteel Duke, confirmed.
So if you want to meet me there, you
Guess he
can
was
see
a
the next
blaster-proof after
portion.
All right, Durasteel Duke has been taken care of.
It's been
Nico's
confirmed that
happy.
Irido-san was disqualified in his sleep weeks ago. Guess he got sloppy. Welcome to the final round, Hunter. Contact your handler when you're ready to proceed. Good hunting.
Can't wait to see what's next.
I know. I can't tell if I'm excited or terrified. It looks like someone's been trying to get through. What do you bet it's Krista waiting to talk our ears off?
I know who you are, Hunter. You have made an enemy of Taro Blood. Even now, Taro's comrades head to Nar Shaddaa to discuss ways to eliminate you from the Great Hunt. I am sending you the coordinates of that meeting. I do not know how long they'll be there, so I'd suggest haste.
Who should I thank for this intel?
My name is Heda Sung. Long ago, I was a Great Hunt champion. I wish to see the integrity of the Great Hunt and our traditions preserved. Taro robbed you of your allies in this competition. It seems only fitting that you return the favor.
I like the way you think.
There is no finer thing than the blood of an enemy righteously slain. Go to Nar Shaddaa. Confront those who have dishonored you and my people. Show them what it means to be a true warrior.
That was Head Arsoon. I can't believe it.
Well, this is our confrontation with the eagle.
So mine is like I had Hedar Soon that popped up and says, yeah, you know these idiots that are like trying to figure out how to kill you? They're not true warriors, so why don't you go over to Nar Shaddaa and like blast them away? And I have agreed to do that, I guess. So,
all right.
A hero of yours?
Well, I'm going to Hutta, so if you want to join me there, then we can go to Nar Shaddaa after that.
He had an amazing
and
career.
do the
Most of
deal.
The crazy hunter
I need to
stories out
put
there
Vector
are
in his
attributed to him.
uniform because he
He's what
doesn't
bounty
need to be
hunting is
wearing
all
that
about.
bug outfit anymore.
If Soon wants to help us, we should seriously consider heading to those coordinates.
Okay, Mako's all about going to the new coordinates, so. And, yeah.
He's like, let's go!
So I'll take the stuff that I can't use, and where are we headed? So I have to go to Nar Shaddaa.
Yes.
What's up with you?
I just said Hutta. I've said Hutta like 4 times.
Yeah, but sorry, because the cinematic was still playing, so I was trying to listen to it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't.
That's okay.
I'm like, is my microphone broken? What's going on?
No,
Hutta.
no.
I have to go to Hutta.
Okay, do you want me to go to Hutta with you, or?
Sure. Yeah, if you will go, if you want to see the scene, this
Okay,
is probably
I will
a
go
pretty
to Hutta
important
with
bit.
you right now.
My cat is sitting here and he loves to chew wires, so I'm sitting there thinking, did my cat chew my microphone wire?
No. Yeah.
That's the problem when we can't share cinematics. I can't tell. I don't have, my computer's not pippy enough to have Twitch on and play the game at the same time.
No.
So I never know when the cinematic's going and when it isn't.
Yeah,
Sorry, guys.
I didn't want to talk. I didn't want to be a third voice talking on screen.
Oh, gosh.
Mako was just saying, "Oh, this guy's my
mess.
hero, and he was the youngest hunter to ever win the competition," and blah blah blah. It's like, oh, okay.
Oh, cool, dude. Yeah, no rush. I'm just gonna put Vector in his uniform.
Okay, I'm coming now. So.
Let me get a companion. Here we go. Okay, Vector, it's time for you to put on some clothes. Some actual
real clothes?
Yeah, not the big flowy capes.
Going
and
up to
stuff.
the orbital station.
Got his uniform on now. Heck yeah. Uniform time. Let me see if I can find him a better weapon.
Did you already go south or go down to the planet?
I'm just at the front of the spaceport.
Oh, okay. Because Okay, I'll go there. Did you go to the Minbusa district or just Hutta?
No,
Okay.
no. Minbusa district is for new stuff.
Right. I see you now on the map, so I'm headed there.
Doop. Now I gotta give him a
All right.
different weapon because that weapon that he has is stupid. It's like a piece of wood.
But it has
We're in the
nostalgic.
Empire. We
You know,
used-
he loves that weapon because it was given to him by his nest mother.
Yeah, we're gonna debug him if we can.
Oh no, you don't want to do that. Okay.
No, I think I'm gonna do that role playing. This time, I think I'm gonna go through the whole. I accept you for who you are, but I'd rather that you weren't a bug, type of thing. Like,
Okay.
if there's nothing we can do, fine. But if I mean, come on, we can't be, we can't be doing fun bedroom stuff with bugs watching, dude. Just. that
Yeah,
ain't
but you can keep the guy under wraps pretty easily by just keeping a can of Raid by your bedside, right?
Listen, you.
You fuck
Actually,
with me
the
one more
Vector-
time, man.
It is really strange because you wouldn't think it, but the Vector story, the Vector romance is actually quite romantic and very sweet, you know. There's a scene where he's like he comes to you and he's like, "Look at my face," and he has normal eyes and he's like, "I learned how to turn it off so the bug boys can't watch us when we're smooching." And you're like, "Oh, you can smooch me right now." And it's very cute. It's just a very sweet story. It's a very
Yeah, it just kinda
in-depth good
depends on the-
story. It's about. It goes really deep into the whole what does it mean to him to be a joiner and how has it affected his life, good and bad, and how he kind of wants to be himself that he used to be, but also he kind of likes the new him, and you know, like you very slowly sort of just kind of go, I don't know who you were before. I kind of like this guy. And it's a really sweet little romance. So, highly recommend it. The agent story is just 100% filled out. It's just really good all the way. The romance with Kahlio actually really good too because you get separated from her during the content when you lose all your companions. When you go to the Knights of the Fallen Empire stuff. And then when you finally find Kahlio again in the future, I mean, obviously she's a deeply emotionally damaged person. And you actually get to see some of that. It's not all hard. Kahlio is hard all the time. Like, she's definitely got her face that she wants to wear to the world because she's had a sucky life, right? But the romance with her, I had a male agent, so I was able to romance her. And they actually got married. And she was so mad at him for leaving her. And he was like, "I was frozen in carbonite for 5 years." And she's like, "That's no excuse." It was really sweet. All right. I don't know if you've done any of the date nights. They have these new date nights for the romanceable companions.
I haven't.
They're so
no.
cute. Yes, they're very sweet. They're just little cute little. You just go on a date with your romance person. I don't know if they have some new ones coming out. I don't know if they're out yet because I haven't. I've been mostly playing WoW, so I haven't explored most of this new stuff. But yeah, I've done the. I have done the Koth Vortena date. What else is there? The Lana Benito date, I think.
I was going to say,
I haven't done. I don't think I have done that one.
I remember that there was some discussion about them having very limited number of characters that were available for the dates.
Oh, people are so dumb. They'll get to it eventually, guys.
Yeah.
Calm down. The new ones are. Well, it's people complaining because.
Well, no, I was going to say it's probably the continuation of complaining about the new studio and everything, you know.
Yeah, well, I think that we're just now getting into. I don't even know if we're into work that the new studio's done. Because these games are developed several years in advance, so I don't even know. I don't even know when we're going to be into Broadsword's actual content. This is all going to be EA Studio stuff for a long time.
Longer, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how much longer, but anyway, it's going to be slow because they're a small studio. They only have a number of people that can work on projects and push it out. So.
Well, so far
I feel like they've done a
with
good
maintenance
job.
and stuff like that, and keeping everything together, and the transitions
and everything on
it's
schedule.
been extremely smooth. So yeah,
Really good. I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. But anyway, they've had they do a monthly or they do a stream every single time there's a big patch. They do a nice live stream, and I've never watched them live. I always watch them later so that I can go through the parts I don't care about and fast forward. But yeah, I think they've done a good job. I'm impressed. But anyway, the next romanceable dates, I don't even know if they're available yet, but they're going to be Vet and Eric Jorgen, I think. So Sith Warrior, Vet, romance, and Trooper, Republic Trooper, lady. So Sith Warrior male for Vet. For some reason, I don't know why, but some of the old companions can't be romanced later on. They were only heterosexual romances in the beginning. Anyway, I'll stop talking for a minute and then I'll explain it.
I'm sorry, sir.
No.
Don't be. You were everything I could have hoped for. Now carve us a path out. I'll follow soon.
The eagle.
The eagle. It's
He
the
doesn't
eagle.
have a big enough nose to be called the eagle.
All right, I see. The least I could do
He has
is
a big
send
enough
boy off the boat. But have you seen the
attitude.
strength of the revolution? Cells on Nar Shaddaa, Tholet and Molvar, Alderaan, Balmorra. It's an inspiration, no matter how it ends.
When it ends with your death, you won't be so inspired.
It won't end with my death, though. It won't even end on Eradication Day.
You want help? You want me to like stay out of this one?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
It'll just take me a minute to get myself organized. There we go. I got you, you potato head.
Damnation. Even surrounded, even seeing you, I didn't think it would happen like this. But you haven't won. The
Doesn't he look better in his
Eradicators will
uniform,
still activate.
Vector?
Yes.
Even without orders, without targets, they'll shoot blind. Random. Fire will rain upon the Empire.
How do I stop them, Eagle? Talk.
You don't. Not without the codes. And even I only have half. The Eradicators won't hit my targets, but rampant, they'll cause chaos and death. You should be proud. One of your own people proposed the devices. My patron, a servant of the Empire behind it all.
Give me a name.
If I had one, I might. But I never learned the truth. Goodbye now. Watch me burn.
He has a detonator. Get back.
Bug Boy moved pretty quick there.
Area is clear.
Yeah.
Sir, are you all right?
Cypher 9, it's Watcher 3. Are you hurt? That was a nasty explosion.
A little singed, but better than the Eagle.
That really was him? Fantastic. Keeper sent me to assist with information retrieval, slicing the Eagle's computers. I'll also check out that device there. I think it's an Eradicator.
Move fast. The Eradicators may still be a threat.
Yes, sir.
Hop 2. Private.
Cypher, I've got some preliminary findings. It's not good news. I overheard what the Eagle said. Looks like he was telling the truth. If no one gives the Eradicators new orders, they'll go mad. Fire randomly.
Who thought that was a good failsafe?
It's part of their organic nature. Not really a choice, I don't think. Here's the good part. I figured out their control mechanism. Transmit the proper codes, and you can set the device's targets, disable them, anything. The Eagle stored half the control codes on his computers. Someone else must have the second half.
The Eagle mentioned a patron.
Yes, sir. The one inside the Empire. I'm not sure what that means. You should head to Drummond Cast. I don't think there's anything more you can do here, and Keeper wants you back at headquarters.
All right. Off we go to Nar Shaddaa.
All right.
Do your deal. I have a stronghold there, so I'm just gonna go take the stronghold.
Oh, well, la-di-da.
and Go there, and then I'm going to take a break.
I got booted out of booted out of the area when you left. It's like, I'm standing outside now.
Get out!
Get the hell out.
I have to go fill up my tea and get rid of some of the former tea. I'll be right back.
All right, and I am going to do the same as soon as I figure out where I landed here on Nar Shaddaa. And so we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back shortly. Guys, I'm back. We're still waiting on Peep, but that's okay. This will give me a chance to kind of play around. I wanted to switch my characters, and let's see. I'm going to dismiss Galt, and I'm going to bring back one of my other tunes. Let's see. Which one do I need? Not K. C? No. B. I can never remember the damn code to bring N. There we go. N. That's what I want. I want Mako, because I haven't played with her enough. Yes, you are back. So I don't know whether I have any stuff that she likes. We're gonna find out here. No influence gain. And when I sorted my bag, everything went, and now I don't know where anything should be. So I gotta move all the stuff down. Oh, yeah, no influence gain. Bunch of stuff here that's like, okay, these are obviously not for my current character that I have, or for Galt either, because I would have given it to him. So it's just random stuff. It's like, here, take this. Oh, I got a couple of couches. 3 couches? God, how many love seats are they giving me? Okay, I got 5 or 6, I guess. I'll take them, whatever. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. No influence gain. No influence gain. Bummer. All this stuff's just junk for me, I guess. Or I have to hang on to it for future tunes. Posters. Probably posters of rock stars or some fool thing. Alright, so the rest of the stuff is just like, okay, it's garbage. It's gear. Some of it's really low level, some of it I can't even use at all. But I'm really horrible at keeping my my stuff cleaned
I'm making
out.
a cup of coffee. I'll be back in a second.
All right, no worries. I'm just yakking, so we've got I'm playing with my character.
Swadarista has a really good page of companion gifts. If you search Google Swadarista companion gifts, you'll see the page.
Yeah.
And she has it really well organized so you can tell immediately what they each need. And for the rest of them, I mean, you can sell them if you want, or you can throw them in your legacy bank. It's up to you.
Yeah, I don't have enough to get Mako up to any decent level at the moment, so I'll just kind of like leave them in my bag, but I'll move them over to legacy bank at some point probably. Let's see if I can do anything with her outfit. I don't have anything that she can actually use, although maybe her. How about the
I mean,
blaster
she
pistol?
can wear anything you have in your collection.
Oh, so you can put her into like any of the collection. Okay, so like I could go and say, show me other gear, other outfits and stuff. Let's see what kind of stuff.
You could put her in a Sith warrior outfit if you got one. You can put her in absolutely anything you want.
I could put her in enhanced surveillance armor set. I could put her in a festival dress. I think she would hate me if I did that.
She doesn't really seem like a dressy type of person.
No,
but she might
no.
like a lot of technological gewgaws hanging off of stuff.
Well, let's see. I'm I'm looking for Guga. Oh, there's the energized triumvirate armor set. I actually have that on one of my advanced tunes, so that's a cool outfit. So maybe. Okay, I'm gonna transfer that to her.
I'm making a cup of coffee with my left hand because my right hand is currently coated with paraffin wax. Because I'm having a really hard time with my arthritis this morning, so I was like, well, we'll just have a little heat treatment while we're making our coffee. So I'm like spooning coffee with my left hand. Be entertaining.
So I'm gonna, let's see, I'm going to, yeah, I think she's gonna look good in this outfit. So we'll keep that on there and see. Yeah. That works. So one of the other things I need to do... Oh, I've got some stuff. Let's see, I could do training on my character for my professions, but I'm not anywhere near. And what do I send? I'm going to send my tunes out. Let's see if I can... send any of them out for doing some of the stuff. So Mako I'm not going to send out. I'm getting, 460, 450. I don't know whether I can do any of this stuff right now because I can do an onslaught assault cannon that none of us need here. I could do augments, but those are kind of useless. Blaster barrels. Blaster pistol. I can make blaster pistols. I can't use the blaster pistol for another couple of levels, though. That's the problem. Let's see. I thought I had one. Or did I try to sell it? I think I went and sold it. Or I tried to sell it anyway. So maybe I'll do a new one. So the Onslaught blaster pistol would be what I would put together. And I can't use it until I get to 51. But what does it look like? That's the big question mark. It's... Yeah, it's okay.
Did I tell you I disenchanted my main weapon on WoW the other day?
Oh no! Seriously?
Oops. I did.
Oh god.
I don't know, I think I was equipping something for cosmetic reasons. And I think I was just trying to add it to my... So I was trying to add something to my collection that doesn't have the... Like most things in the game now, they just get added automatically if you pick them up.
Yeah.
But there are a few things you still need to click. So I was trying to click something that I was like, oh, I think I need to add this to my collection. So it ended up replacing my main hand weapon. I think it was a Brewstein or something. And then I was like, okay, let me disenchant all this armor I'm not using. Oops, disenchanted my staff.
Well, luckily I haven't done anything like that for a while.
Yeah, so I had to take time to go, alright, how am I going to get another staff? Okay, I'll do Dream Surge stuff. Get a staff from the Dream Surge guy. Upgrade it a little and start over. Okay. Blah. So now I went and did a couple of raids and I got some bronze bullion and I got one of those. And I'm like, phew.
So I got, I've been leveling my alts and it took me all of 3 settings of probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours each in order to level Dag from 60 to 70. It just went poof like that, right? And so
yeah, because they've got that big bonus happening right now. I mean, this is SWTOR, so we don't want to talk too much about WoW, but yeah.
No. And so I'm playing with my hunter right now, and I'm going to level him next, I think. And I haven't figured out who else I want to level. I've got my mage, I have my warlock, I have Dag, and I have my druid. And I'll have my hunter. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out who else. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I can figure out my arcane mage enough to raid with my guild this time. Or if I'm gonna have to switch over to Beast Mastery Hunter because that's like a little bit simpler rotation, but we'll see.
Okay. So my guy's
All right,
just hanging out here.
I'm on Nar Shaddaa, so I'm gonna go exit to Nar Shaddaa, and I'll be right with you.
If I can get my character to actually there. He was
Where
like
are
sitting.
we going on Nar Shaddaa?
I don't know. I gotta exit the area here real quick. It says go to the meeting coordinates. That's all it says. So I can't be more specific. Sorry. As soon as I get out of this area, I'll let you know where I'm supposed to be. And they have me going to...
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
I gotta go to the upper industrial sector taxi, so bottom left.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
That was my little alarm that I need to give my little doggy a pill. So I'm gonna get on the flight to where we need to go, and then I'm gonna go get him a pill. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Sorry, he is like... Where are we going now? Let me see.
The industrial sector.
Okay, I will go there now. I need to go and get him a... We're still doing like, you know, it's 2 billion medications 500 million times a day, so...
Yes.
I'll be back in a minute. You want a snack, buddy?
See if there's a repair bot around here that can sell some junk. Is that one? No, that's just an enforcer bot. Usually they have... Oh, there's a medical droid. Good. So I can sell stuff. Yay.
Please use all products only as intended.
Repair and sell. And now I've got all this stuff sitting here. Oh, I already got the transparent. My glasses are a little, yeah. So I can't wear. I'm in between on glasses. I'm one of these old farts that may be looking at trifocals at some point. So my screen is a little bit further than arm's length away from my face, and so some of the type that is on the screen is a little small for me to be able to read with the glasses I'm wearing. But yeah, anyway. I have a 148 blaster in my bag that I can't use yet. And so I'm hoping that that at some point will be available. I might actually go and look and see if I can see some of the other stuff I've got, because I've got weapons that I've collected, and there are some better blasters. Let's see. Let's go with blaster pistol. Or just blasters. Blaster. So the Shirka Special I can use, the M55 I can use, and the Awatech Advanced Blaster. All those are gonna, and the Shadow Blaster too. All these are gonna have like kind of like special things. Yeah, I'll play and see which one I want. I haven't paid for this one yet. I'm gonna have to do that. Purchase. Yes. Okay, and now I can put it in my bag. Did I get it? Now I have it. And then, what's the other one? Well, Shurika I can only download, and the same with this one. There we go. So now we got 4 cosmetic blasters out here. Let's see which one looks best. So this one's kind of a has a little purple. I'm into purple. Purple is one of my favorite colors, so I tend to wear purple, and I tend to have a lot of it in like character stuff. So let's see what this one looks like. There's purple on there too. That one has a purple laser, and so does this one. So which one looks best? That's the question. I kind of like. I don't know for yeah. We'll go with this one. We'll try this one. See how that looks. And okay, so I want to go character, and I'm going to. Am I in the outfitter? Leveling, and I got the H55 up there already. So let's try. Let's see. I said I was going to try this one, huh? Let's try that one. And that'll cost me 3,500. Yeah, that's cool. I'll do that. All right. So now he's got a new blaster. How about you, Mako? You want a new blaster?
This is a bad time. We'll talk when it's safer.
Okay, fine. It's not a bad time for me. Let's see. She has a Teamster. A Teamster blast. Okay, so she's a Union girl all the way. All right, well, let's see.
That
if we
is
can get
surprising, actually.
Which?
That she's a Teamster girl.
Well, she has a Teamster
I wouldn't
weapon.
have. Yeah, I wouldn't have suspected. You know.
Yeah, I was going to give her a different weapon.
I mean, I kind of would have thought that she would be like a Silicon Valley disruptor voting for, you know.
Yeah.
Saying Elon Musk is a god.
Okay, let's see if this will work.
Nah, she's super sensible. Oh, we're not supposed to talk about stuff like that. Sorry.
Okay.
What kind of outfit did you put on her? Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, so this is this was the outfit that I'm using on like my stealth characters. And so yeah, the mask is the head is really kind of cool, but I don't want to use it. I don't want to use it on her. But I use it on my other character all the time.
Her cute little face. Okay.
Yeah, I like her.
Let's
I like
do
her
your
face.
thing.
Here's the here's her helmet, so you can see what it looks like. So I'll leave it on for right now. But all right, so we
He's got
need
a
to
cute
go.
little face. All right.
We need to go this way.
All right.
I'm gonna go all the way to the other end and then take an elevator. It looks like.
Yep. We're just gonna ride through. Weren't we already here? Yeah, we were. So this is just like an extra additional. It's like sending me to
there's some
heaven.
scrap in the corner here. I'm gonna go
It's
pick up.
probably stuff you don't need at this point.
Yeah, I can turn around and sell it though.
Sure. Yeah. Sure. All right.
Is there another thing over here? Oh, there it is, right there in front of me. Where is it? It's right there on the ground, idiot. Okay, I'm going to ignore a few so we can get to the locations here.
This wasn't the plan.
Taking candy from a baby.
I got someone chasing me. Woohoo.
Delivered, Master.
I decided to grab everybody and just pull them with me.
Whee!
And in we go. Is there anyone even here? I gave Mako a nice little, oh, I walked right by the guy. I think this is where we're supposed to, oh, there he is. Send Kine. Hi, dude. What's up? Ready? Let's see if you can see this.
I can.
I remember you. You shot Brayden back on Hutta.
What the hell are you doing here? Doesn't matter. You saved us the trouble of hunting you down.
Stand down, Seddon. A matter of honor has brought all of you here today, and it shall be settled as such.
Commander, what's going on?
You owe this hunter a debt of blood, Seddon, and I would like to see at least one of my pupils redeemed before I die.
If you had played it straight, you'd still be waking up tomorrow.
A Tong blood duel will resolve this dispute. A duel to the death. Challenge Seddon. A true Mandalorian must accept.
Consider yourself challenged, Seddon.
I accept. Relu, you'll fight as my second. You've dug your own graves.
Alright, let me know if you need help. I don't think you will.
Doubtful.
Oh, he just zapped me and Bugboy was like, oh no you didn't. Let me call him off. It's not our fight, Vector. This is Mando shit.
He is taken care of. You got a welding torch. Woohoo.
Well fought, Hunter. I see in you the future of my people.
That's quite a compliment coming from you.
I merely speak the truth. This matter is settled. The rest of you shall allow this hunter to finish the great hunt in peace.
That's the same voice actor as my boss.
Our pledge to Taro stands.
You are no Mandalorians.
You should have shot me first.
Die, you dog!
Woof. Oh, we got this guy way over here. Anyone else?
No fun
Just those
being a
two.
Mandalorian.
And gotta talk to the
Fitting
old
that
guy.
I die here, surrounded by my failures. Taro mustn't win the great hunt. Don't let his example lead others down the easy path. Keep honor alive among my people. Show them that the old traditions, the code of the warrior, is worthy of defending.
I'll stop, Taro. The rest is up to the Mandalorians.
You walk a treacherous path, Hunter. Unless you believe in something, you will become an empty shell. Or a rabid dog. In the end,
Too late.
all you have is your dignity.
I have no
Taro
dignity.
isn't worthy of such a great teacher. Not by a long shot. If we ever see him again, I'll tell him that before you blast him.
Cool. All right.
Well, there you go.
And that's the end of that quest. Now I need to go back and use my ship's holo terminal again.
I have to go to Droman Kaas.
Okay, so we'll go to Droman Kaas, I guess, right?
Well, yes. I don't know if you will be able to see anything, but we can certainly try. You should go do your... You have to go on your ship?
I gotta go to the holo terminal, yeah, so...
Yeah,
I will do
go get
that.
your thing on the holo terminal, and I imagine that you'll probably end up on Droman Kaas afterward.
I don't know. If I can find my ship. Oh,
That's
I
my
haven't bought my
guess.
ship thing? I thought I had. Alright, I guess I will.
So you can just go to your stronghold and then exit to your ship.
I could do that. If I could ever remember how to do that. Strongholds. There it is. You. And... then exit. Let's see. I can never remember how to exit.
You can hit your exit area button,
Yeah, I gotta find
or
it.
you can hit the elevator button.
Oh, elevator button. There it is. Elevator button will take me to my starship. And there we go. Thank you for that one. And I'm going to run up and talk on the holo terminal
We
and
should
see what they
probably get back to
have for me to
Krista
do.
now that we don't have to worry
Okay,
about
okay.
Taro's cronies messing up the final round.
Seddon's cost us too much time already.
Well, looky here. I got myself a hunter who's reached the last leg of the great hunt. Ain't I just a lucky gal? How about something serious for your final
Krista
mark?
loves me.
You ready for this, sugar? You're hunting Jedi Master Kellyan Jaro, the Mandalorian killer himself.
The name doesn't ring a bell.
Shoot, am I dating myself? This guy was a serious player during the last Republic Sith War. At the Battle of Coruscant, Jaro single-handedly gave over 100 Mandalorian soldiers the big push. Word is he's on board the Republic cruiser Aurora, so that's where you're headed next. You gotta take out Jaro and the Aurora to finish this hunt.
The crew won't just let me board.
Getting to your target's part of the challenge, sugar. We do got a plan for that little old battle cruiser, though. Once you're aboard the Aurora, you'll need to blast her hyperdrive regulator in the engine room, and that gizmo protects the ship from the powerful forces of hyperspace. Then head to the bridge and set the ship to jump into hyperspace on a timer. When it does, boom, no more ship.
They seem to have worked out all the details.
Hope so. Personally, I wouldn't want to try it myself. Now, that's all I ought to tell you. But I wrangled some, well, confidential information. One other hunter made it to the final round, and he's already headed to the Aurora. Care to guess who?
Taro Blood, that slimy son of a... He's gotten away with Brayden's murder way too long. He needs to pay.
This saves us the trouble of hunting Taro down.
Okay, Taro Blood deserves a rather gruesome end. I get that. But are we really going to fight a Jedi Master?
Jedi are all talk.
No, I'm all talk. Jedi Masters are something else entirely.
Don't listen to him. I'm with you all the way.
I'll transmit the Aurora's coordinates. Best of luck.
So I'm supposed to go and kill a Jedi Master. And part of the dialogue was, the Jedi Master's all talk, and Galt says, no, I'm all talk. Jedi Master, he's going to kill us all. All right, so I have to go to a ship called the Aurora. So
All right, I'll come
why
with
don't?
ya.
Okay, you're going to go with me,
Yeah, let me see.
or is that going to be a? Is that going to be something you're not going to be able to do? It's all the way over on the left side of the map, left center part of the map, called the Mandalorian Killer, the Aurora. If you don't see it, then
Where are you at?
You're
on your ship?
Well, yeah, I'm on my ship right now, so Nar Shaddaa is kind of where I am.
Okay, let me see. Let me see if I... Let me get back on to Nar Shaddaa. Return to Nar Shaddaa. Because I might be able to just hop on your ship and go with you. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
I was in my stronghold doing some banking and stuff while I was waiting, so let me just
That's fine.
get in there again and we'll figure it out. Goodness, I just burped. I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Where's Mako? I need to unmask her. Got to get her face out here again. No, my companion is not. Oh, I got 2VR8 as my companion while I'm inside the ship. Okay. Never mind.
Well, you can do the slider to the right and you can look at each one of them. But you can't summon anybody.
Been talking
No.
to
But
some
you can look
people.
at each of them in the...
One of my contacts
if
just
you
had
flip
some guy
through.
in Arshada asking about me.
Exactly what's
There
he
should
want
be
to
a
know
little
about
arrow
you?
at the top that'll let
My
you just
contact says the
flip
guy
through
practically
your
screams
roster.
spook. He's asking about my whereabouts. Goes by the name of Carteri. The spook, not my contact. I think we have time to
So
pay him
why
a
don't you
visit,
exit
don't you?
your spacecraft into the hangar and see
Okay.
if I can board with you.
Okay.
I'm not leaving him loose to come after us.
And yeah, I started doing a little dialogue with Mako, so let me exit here. And
I mean, you can finish your dialogue with Mako if you want.
no, that's okay. It was a longer story. She was like wanting to go someplace else and do something. And it's like,
Talk
yeah,
about
okay.
stuff. Well, you can do that later, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I am inside the bounty. Okay, the door just turned blue for me, so I'm on my way. I gotta
All right.
buy the 3-month subscription for the bundle for that thing, because that mount that they're doing now is really cool. It's like super flat and long.
Which mount are they doing?
It's just part of the new bundle. It's another one of the Vectron thingies, but
I haven't seen it.
it's called the Vectron 240R. Part of their new Master the Fight Firebolt edition. You get a red and black die module set, and you get the Vectron 240R Firebolt mount, 5,500 cartel coins, and 180 days of subscription time.
All right,
Bundle.
I'm going to travel to Aurora.
And it's $100, which is... I mean, that's not a small chunk of change. But still.
Approach on the Aurora's coordinates. ETA, 2 minutes. Everyone up front.
Coming up on the bridge.
Can you see the cinematic?
There she is, the Aurora.
Nope.
Wow, pretty
Oh.
impressive. Don't
Usually
think
we
they've
won't be
talked
able to
us
see
yet.
ship
Let's see what I
cinematics.
can pick up on their comms.
I don't know why. They just...
I'm cruising towards the ship right now, so...
Oh boy, the ship's on alert.
Yeah.
They've captured an intruder.
I
They're
should be
calling
able to
it
get
an
off
Imperial
and
assassination
help
attempt
you,
on the
though.
Jedi Master.
Looks like there was a reason Blood always got others to do his dirty work.
Makes you wonder how he got this. We've been caught in a tractor beam.
Attention unidentified vessel. This is the Republic cruiser Aurora. You are in a restricted zone. Prepare to be brought aboard for a full inspection. If you offer any resistance, we will open fire.
Well, what now?
We wanted to get inside, didn't we?
And we don't even have to park. They're really making it easy for us.
Good point. Maybe if we ask real nice, they'll even take us right to Master Kelly and Jaro. And Taro, too. Okay, Taro, we're coming for you.
So I've been caught in a tractor beam and I'm being dragged towards the ship. And basically told them it's like, hey, they made our job easy for us. We just get to get off the ship now and do our thing.
Yeah.
All right, before I jump in there, I still need to change Mako back to having
right
her helmet
ahead.
off. There we go.
I gotta
All right.
call my sister today. It's her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. All right.
To
You
my
are under
sibling.
arrest. Lay down your weapons.
Happy birthday to my sibling.
You better have a good reason for this.
Conspiracy to
Happy
commit an act of terrorism
happy
against the
birthday,
Republic.
Birthday to my
We captured your
sibling.
accomplice, one Taro Blood, who implicated you when he confessed under Master Jaro's questioning.
You've made a mistake. Let's let the Jedi sort it out.
So you can attempt your assassination? How stupid do you think I am? Time to join your friend in the brig. You can plead your case when we ship you to Coruscant to stand trial. This is your last warning. Drop your weapons and surrender, or we will open fire.
You're just a gun
Sorry, I want my
hovering in the
blaster
air.
handy when I see Taro.
You were warned. Open fire.
As opposed to closed fire, right? So I gotta kill 30 of these guys? Cool.
Ah, that won't be too difficult by the time
No,
you
I
get
didn't
to
say
the
it was difficult. It's just like, all right.
quest object. I mean, you don't have to go out of your way. There should be plenty of guys on the way to your objective, is what I'm saying. Not just for you, but for people who will watch this stream. They usually give you plenty of guys on the way to your thing. The one thing I wish that World of Warcraft was better at was doing your auto target for you. When you're done with one target in SWTOR, it just goes to the next one. And it doesn't necessarily do that in WoW. It
Yeah, you
depends.
tend to
It feels
have to
like it
hit-
works better if you are in melee, because then you'll
Well,
just have their aggro.
Part of that
you
is
know?
AoE. If you do the AoE,
Yeah.
then it targets everything that you've already hit.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how.
Like,
I mean,
they're
that's what I've
already
seen,
going to
yeah.
be... Yeah, if you're ranged, it's maybe not so easy.
Yeah.
But in SWTOR, they just go to the next one. It's fun. By the way, let me switch out my sniper rifle before we get to the next deal. Because I just realized I'm level 49 and I am able to use the one that you gave me.
Well, I still have the 50.
No, never mind.
Yeah, the other one's 51, right?
Yeah, never mind. It's the... I thought that it was... I guess I switched it out already.
Come here, droid.
There are things that that SWTOR still does better than WoW, but they do have their warband bank now, legacy bank.
Yeah, it only took them 20 years to figure that out in WoW.
Yep. They must have just done the programming totally differently. I think SWTOR was one. I think they started on 12-player housing like pretty early. It wasn't in the first couple years of the game, but it was quite a long time ago. So, like, I don't know when Strongholds happened, but it was a while back. I don't know if it was in the original game or if it was later. I can't remember.
Silly droid. Kicks are for kids.
Kicks are for trids.
So I guess we've killed enough of these guys.
Okie doke.
Now we can mosey on.
Wow. I was just looking at my account. Account creation. October 1st, 2011. Crazy.
First water?
Yep.
Up to the command deck.
Command deck.
And we got a crowd. Not a problem. Just like, delete the crowd.
You guys are gonna be deaded.
I don't know why I did that. I pushed heroic moment for some weird reason. And it's like, no, I don't need that. Don't need that.
Sometimes that happens. Did I tell you I lost my debit card? I had to replace it. Yeah. And then after I got the new one, a few days after, I found it when I was cleaning.
Right where you left it, right?
Apparently so, but I didn't remember putting it there. I'm usually better about that sort of thing, so I must have been having a kind of a bad day.
Right, and
There you
let's
go.
see.
Now you're busting out of jail.
So, you're still alive, huh? You might be worth killing after all. Hurry up and let me out of here so we can settle this once and for all. Unless facing me as an equal frightens you.
You're not my equal. You failed.
So, you're a coward, is that it? Come on, surprise me. Open the door and face me like a warrior.
I think I'll leave you in there.
I challenge you. I demand we settle this. It's what Song would have wanted. It's what Brayden would have wanted.
Brayden would have wanted to see you just how you are. You don't deserve a warrior's death, scumbag. Let's leave him. Let him die when the ship is ripped to pieces.
I want him to know who the better hunter is before he dies.
Yes, stay out of this, street rat. This is between us. Now I get my gear, suit up, and we finish this right here, right now.
I say you shoot him in the face.
Yeah.
I just needed to get a clear shot.
Kapow. That's right.
Oh, she didn't like
So,
that, though.
You are a coward, after all.
He called her a street rat.
Yeah, but Mako didn't like that. She wanted me to,
Yeah,
like, take
well.
him out. Oh, well.
She doesn't like a lot of things you do. I don't know
Yeah,
if you've
that's
noticed.
true. Oh, wait a second. There's... What's this console up here? Briggs security controls. Oh, I guess I could have let everybody out. Is that it?
I don't know.
I didn't even see it.
It's a lore item. I guess maybe.
No.
Nope.
Oh, it opened up the door. That's what it did. Okay.
Mm. Well, Republic people on our butts.
Hi. Let's talk, folks. Just like wipe everybody out here.
Okay. There.
Okay. Anyone in this
All right.
room? Oh, it's just a repair bot.
Yeah.
I'm going to the bridge.
Going to the bridge.
And I gotta go. Well, there's a bunch of people in here, so why don't let's clean these
You
guys
wanna
out
murder 'em?
first. Yeah, I might as well murder everything here.
Alright, that's fine. Give us some money. Money, money, money. Money and XP.
Yeah, I got the 49. Yay! Woohoo!
Woot!
At least I got one shot on the guy.
Mhm. Kapow, kapow.
Pew, pew, pew.
Okay.
Now we get to talk to this guy.
You've caused quite a bit of trouble, but I'm afraid it's over now. I'll ask you to drop your weapons and surrender.
So, has that ever worked?
Some people have sense. Others must be persuaded. You will drop your weapons and surrender to me.
No, I won't.
Master?
Be still, Padawan. I will take care of this. This bounty hunter has a much stronger will than the other one. Listen, I know the Mandalorians want me dead, but the Battle of Coruscant was years ago. Revenge profits no one. I implore you not to throw your life away. Abandon this hunt.
And miss all the fun? No way.
I'm sorry that you leave me no choice. One way or the other, I will stop you.
Padawan's involved in this too. Alright, let's take her out. Sorry, Patty.
We're just gonna hang out over here because this is a mano-a-mano kind of situation.
Yeah. Just me and Mako on this guy.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
there he goes.
Nice job, dude.
Master! No, it's not possible, Master! What are you waiting for, bounty hunter? Kill me, just like you killed my master. Go on.
You weren't part of the deal. Run for an escape pod.
No one paid you to kill me, so you're not interested. Is that it? We'll meet again, bounty hunter. I swear it.
I'm glad you let her go. You did the right thing.
For a change. She liked what I did.
There was no reason to kill her.
That's a very good point. The cruiser can be set to jump into hyperspace at the bridge controls. Deactivating the tractor beam would also be a good idea. Then I'd blast the control panel just to be sure no one reverses what you've done. Then we run.
Alright. So we'll do all that.
Woot.
Play with the hyperdrive system controls. That's all taken care of. And now I gotta take care of the tractor beam controls. And now we can get out of here.
There we go.
We got alarms going off everywhere.
Yep.
And here comes
And there's guys to fight. Vector off passive. Nope.
More dudes. More dudes. Oh, we got quite proud in this one. I'm gonna start the next group here.
Alright.
I guess that's where we're supposed to go, huh? Hangar deck. And the door slams in my face. Oh, more guys. Hello.
Right.
And there was even a ship that crashed. So how do we get down? Just jump? Guess so. Nope, it's not gonna let me jump. There's the airlock. All right. Just run, 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 run. Good thing I killed all those guys at the beginning, because they'd all be here, right?
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
And they'd be chasing us.
Yep. Well, we would have to kill all of them.
Again.
Yep. Well, I mean, you'd only have to kill them once, but yeah, they would still be there.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of the junk. Since there's a med droid
There's
over
so many alarms going off. You're like, just let me get clearing out my bags. That thing's gonna blow up. Just let me. Just hold on. Be
all right, we're good now. Okay, escape in your ship and use the intercom.
Do 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 do.
And I gotta go upstairs. And you're not gonna see this, right? Because you're not on my ship. Oh, intercom. Not the hollow terminal, the intercom. There we go. All right, let's see what it says.
You did it. I knew you would.
You did it.
I'm on my ship.
It was pretty impressive work, and believe me, I know impressive.
You're my hero. You know that, right?
Ooh, Mako likes that.
That's the only reason I keep you around.
Oh.
Trust me, you're not exactly easy to live with either.
Better than being easy to die with, I say.
Brayden would have been so proud. So would Sue. You're who they were talking about when they spoke of great hunters.
That means a lot to me, Mako.
I call it like I see it.
I'd say you made him blush, but I think that's blood.
We should return to the Mandalorian Enclave on Drummond Koss to officially inform the Huntmaster of your victory. There'll be some sort of ceremony. Mandalorians are big on that. I'm sending them the news right now.
Okay, so do we want to jump over and let you do your stuff? Because I gotta go to Dromund Koss. That's where I gotta go.
Yep. Well, I have to go to Dromund Koss as well.
Okay, so I guess we'll go to Dromund Koss then.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to speak English first, and then I'm gonna have to take a quick break. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I had a cup of coffee, and the consequences are going to be
similar,
pretty dire if I don't get up.
Similar consequences. So yeah, we will be
Oh,
back.
hooray! Old people, yay!
Yay! We'll be back in a couple of seconds. Okay, so hang in there.
We can probably do both. We can probably do your wrap-up scene and you getting your new quest, and me getting my final quest assignment.
Okay.
Because my final quest is going to involve same thing, us both jumping on my ship and going to a third location
Okay. So why don't
for a
I
big
go ahead?
run-in with a big baddie, and it's going to take longer than we have.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and travel to wherever I need to go, which is
Yep.
Dromund Kaas.
Yep, I'll be
So-
right there.
Okay. And why is it not letting me go? Oh, is that yours?
No.
Huh. That's interesting. It won't let me travel.
Are you already there?
Where am
Is your
I
ship
guess
already
I
there?
am. I am already there.
Yeah.
What do you know?
Yeah.
Okay. So now I got to go.
Your ship is already there, then you don't have to go anywhere.
I guess not. All right, so now I got to go out of the ship and go talk to somebody.
Yep, I'll be right with
The
you.
head, the headmaster.
I'll meet you. I'll meet you at the Mandalorian Enclave,
Okay.
because I'm pretty sure that's where you're going to be going.
So our oldest son and his girlfriend are headed to Yosemite, and they were like, "We're stopping by to pick up our bikes," and it's like, it's like, "We'll be done in a few minutes." I think they're headed up to Yosemite now.
That's
so we might have missed
awesome
them.
that they can bike through Yosemite. I've never been in nature person. I like to be in nature, comfortable with a cup of tea, and look at it. But I don't want to sleep on rocks and stuff.
Oh, we're actually, my wifey and I are like talking about what our next step is going to be.
Nope.
When we were camping
what?
with the kids and stuff, we ended up getting a Coleman pop-up tent that
Ooh.
had 2 queen-size beds in it, one on each end.
Mm,
And so
I mean, it's still too
yeah.
cold. It's a tent, you know?
I'm sorry?
It's still too cold. It's a tent.
Oh, well, no, it's got a heater and everything else. It's a tent on wheels. It's got a full kitchen.
Oh, you mean like the campers that
Yeah.
have the pop-up top?
Yes, exactly.
That's
so the whole
not
top
terrible.
raises up, and it's got a bed in the back and a bed in the front. It's got a full
That's
pull-out.
the bare minimum, as far as I'm concerned.
No, this is a lot. It's a lot bigger than a bare minimum camper.
I feel like it's not, though. It's not. That's the bare minimum. I mean, to me, a proper
for
RV
you.
is
Got it. Okay.
yeah. For me, a proper RV is like the base of what's acceptable. I've camped in tents, and I just hate it. Cannot stand it. And the people that are like, I'm going to go in nature and sleep in a sleeping bag without even a tent. Like, our ancestors worked really hard to go sleep inside houses. Really
Yes.
hard.
And now we're
And
trying
now-
to reverse that and go live in a tent.
Lord.
So we talked about the whole idea of like getting a camper van and fixing it up and doing all of that and stuff. And we've been kicking around the idea of getting a different trailer, because now we don't need the really big trailer to go anywhere. We could get a smaller one that is just for wifey and I, because the kids they don't want to sleep in the same camper with us anymore for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So it's like they want their privacy. So anyway, it's like, okay, what do we want to do? And so I think what we're doing or talking about doing, at least at this point, is turning my truck into a camping truck. And 'cause
yeah.
I've got a 4Runner, right? And so we might put a tent on the top of it and have a full functional kitchen in the bed, and kind of go from there. And we'll see. We'll kick that idea
Not
around.
not the pop top type, but just the regular camper that goes in the back of the truck bed. Those guys have
no.
a lot more space in them than you would think.
No. I've got a 4Runner. So we're talking about actually having a inside of the storage section of the 4Runner, they have drawers.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
the drawers pull out and they turn into
Yeah.
in the drawers you have a stove, you have a sink, you have cutting boards, you've got a pull-out tray for cutting stuff, you've got storage for all
Gotcha.
of your because both wifey and I like doing the cooking outdoors. We don't.
Cold.
We've never used the stove on the inside of the camper. We've never used the bathroom on the inside of the camper. And
I
it's
get it. You like being cold, damp, and uncomfortable. I get it.
Well, no,
You know?
the camper shell. I mean, the camper that we had a heater, and so when it got cold, it was thermostatically controlled, and it's like we want the temperature to be this. If it drops below that, the heater kicks on, and and we didn't get asphyxiated. Okay, here we go.
The hunter returns a hero. Sure is good to see you all in one piece.
Let's get on with business.
The Huntmaster's waiting for you in the main room. Go on in. Oh, and Hunter? Great job.
All right.
What?
You've made quite a name for yourself in Victory, Hunter. Mandalore himself requested your presence aboard his flagship. He wants to congratulate his champion personally.
We're getting an audience with Mandalore? You've got to be kidding. I can hardly believe it.
No more bit jobs and small paychecks for me.
No, definitely not. Great hunt winners are destined for great things. The Huntmaster will address you now.
I'm going to get addressed by the Huntmaster. Ah, it's the Wookiee. That cracks me up every time you see the Wookiee. You come before me again, whole and strong. You have emerged. I welcome you as one worthy to fight alongside any of us as equal. Let's see.
I consider myself fortunate, Huntmaster.
You have owned a rare and select group. You have joined. Yes. Your name will be listed alongside legendary hunters and blah, blah, blah. It is a great pride that I name you the Grand Champion of the Great Hunt. Mandalorian, salute. Mandalore Champion. And everyone's cheering. And I'm strutting. All right.
Good.
I am now Grand
Fantastic.
Champion.
All right, let's head on over and speak to Keeper, to the
All right,
boss man.
Hale, I accepted that. So anyway, it tells me where to go next. All right, so I'm going to follow you.
Yep. We're just gonna go over to Imperial HQ.
Which is right
And
next
I think
door.
I'm just gonna hop on the bike and go over. Ooh. Now, I remember this mount when I got it. I was like, this mount is super slick. It's really cool. Look at all the doodahs and twiddly things and knobs and displays, and I still like it. Kind of looks like a Starship Enterprise, though.
You went to the far one, right?
Yeah, I
The
went to
one
the wrong
furthest
one.
to the right? Yeah.
Yeah, I was too busy appreciating my mount, and I forgot where I was. I was appreciating my mount. It's actually it's 2 down, not 1 down. Oh, okay, here we go. We got 4 minutes. That should be just enough time.
Yeah. I can't go any further. I gotta wait for you. I just ran into a wall. Boom.
Don't do it. Don't run into a wall. Don't do it. Alright. Okay, I got Vector. Let's go talk to the boss man. Whee!
Now I can go in.
Talking to the boss man. Gonna go talk to the boss man. Bossing to the talk man.
Cypher 9, come inside. This should be a triumphant moment. It's a tremendous achievement bringing down the Eagle. The crisis has only escalated. The Eradicators could begin firing at any moment.
I understand, sir.
Watcher 2, your report.
The Moths have placed local forces on alert, and a search for the Eradicators is underway. Unfortunately, trends suggest we can only find one device every 5 hours. It'll be weeks before we destroy them all.
Disappointing, but not a surprise. Damage projections?
Estimates are 10 to 50 million deaths on each planet targeted. 40% military, 60% civilian.
Oof.
Even at the low end, that's unacceptable.
Agreed. It sends the message that the Empire is vulnerable.
In order to deactivate the Eradicators en masse,
Also, all
we
the
need
death.
control codes. Half the codes were on the Eagle's computers. We can only surmise that the other half are with the Eagle's patron.
Yes, the Patron. A man whom the Eagle claims is inside the Empire.
Any idea who it could be?
I have my doubt that this Patron is really a highly placed Imperial. It seems unlikely such a person could escape our scrutiny. Nonetheless, we can't ignore the possibility of a traitor. That's why we're meeting privately. Only the people in this room know the full situation.
Caution would seem prudent.
Indeed. Watcher 2?
The Eagle had been sending periodic transmissions to someone in the Artus system. Artus is uninhabited, devoid of resources and off the major hyperlanes. Our patron could certainly hide there.
I want you to lead a mission to Artus. You're to find the Eagle's patron and obtain his half of the control codes. Watcher 2 will rendezvous with you there. She knows more about the Eradicators than anyone.
Are you all right with this? I'll do what's necessary.
Your ships will be outfitted with cloaking devices. They'll only last one jump, but they'll get you into
She's
Artus
not
on
usually in
notice.
the field, that's why she's
After that,
asking.
infiltrate whatever
Yes.
base the patron is using. Recover the Eradicator control codes and stop the threat. Watcher 2, you're dismissed.
She's like a delicate flower because she's a genetic engineering experiment.
I'll be at my station.
There is one more thing. Darth Sorid heard you were returning to Drummond Cass. She wants to speak to you.
She's insane. You know that, right?
Yes, I know. I've done my best to shield intelligence from our new lord. You've been the unfortunate exception. Do what it takes to survive Jorad's attentions a little longer. Beyond that, the Dark Council won't let this continue forever.
I believe I understand.
When you're through, head to the Artus system. This is our only chance, Cypher. Fail, and we all pay a grievous cost.
All right.
Da-da-da. I have to go talk to Darth Horrid over at Sith HQ.
We gotta talk to
But
Cypher.
we'll do that
Watcher,
next
don't you?
time. We'll talk to Watcher 2 first, and then we'll let it go for the
Cypher.
day.
I'm glad you stopped by. I've been going over the mission parameters, studying the Eradicator control codes, scans of the Artus system.
I thought she was
facing a
going to ask
mystery,
you
and
for
I
some
hate
new
mysteries.
eyeshadow. Where'd you get your
No.
eyeshadow?
You may
She's got
hate
plenty of
mysteries,
eyeshadow.
But you're pretty good at solving them. I am. I don't mind having that recognized. Call it vanity. But I like knowing my creation served a purpose. What about you? What's been going through your head since this countdown to Eradication Day started? All I can think is that someone's betraying us. Don't. Keeper knows the players involved, and Lodenth and I can run the psychological profiles. If someone's disloyal, we'll find out. Aren't you suspicious of the people here? This isn't the time or place, Cypher. I won't discuss the matter further.
Oh, gotcha.
Mm.
Zip it! Gotcha. Good point.
In any case, you should get ready. The Eradicators won't wait for either of us.
Okie dokie.
Let's get this done. We don't have much of a choice, do we? Once you take
Nope.
off for the Artus system, I'll be on your tail. We'll meet out there.
Look, she's got her own ship.
Yeah,
Neat.
apparently. It's not going to travel with
All
you.
right. Nah, I don't want her there anyway. She and Kalia would just get in a brawl.
Probably, yeah. They wouldn't like each other very much.
No, they already didn't. She already said Watcher 2. You remember? She met her
Yes,
once,
yes.
and she was like, Watcher 2, that's a pretty name. Is it Twi'lek? And she was like, it's basic. In the Empire, we teach people how to read. Like, yeah, we're not putting them on the same ship together.
Okay, so
That is
so
the end of today.
That's the end of today. Yes. Where are we headed next time? So for next episode,
Next time, we're going to go to the Artis system and confront the secret patron.
yeah, that works.
That's what we're going to do.
Let's see, where am I headed? I'm going to travel to the Spirit of Vengeance. That's where I have to go next, I think. Yeah, wherever that is. So, all right. That's all we're going to do for today. And we're done with Alderaan, right? We polished that off, and we actually got off Alderaan. So we're headed towards the completion of our class. Well, actually, my class quest stuff finished, right? That was me when I graduated as the Mandalorian Great Hunt Master kind of thing. So we're going to do that for Peep next time, and we'll see you then. If I don't see you before I see you next time, have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping by. I love you all. See you soon.